Hello everyone, this is Elisa Roberts and I am one of your instructors or lecturers in this course. I am the new senior lecturer in town from the United States, so I look forward to meeting you. Just wanted to show you around the Blackboard site that we've set up for this course. I know that all of your instructors are using Blackboard and each of us does things a little bit differently, so this might help you make your way around our course. So I decided to get you started at getting started. And this is maybe the second place that you want to go to. You might want to start out at the course outline officially and get your extended course outline. It's a pretty lengthy PDF, but from what I'm learning, it's essentially like a course outline, a course manual, and a lab manual all in one. So it's sort of 3 documents in one, and we hope that you find it informative. Then I would get yourself over here to getting started, and this is a link, so please click on the title or the icon above. Actually, it's not even the icon, but this title, and you will be able to view an 11-minute little narrated presentation from me that hopefully will help you become a little more familiar with the course before we even get underway. The slides here are the ones that match this, and you've got the link that you can copy into your browser if you can't click on this. Although I've tested it on a few different settings and 2 computers, and so far it works. Let's see. These are a few of us. This is Roseanne Baxter and Nicole Stacy. They are 2 of the main tutors who are going to be helping you this semester, and you might have already met Abby Gibson, who's going to be doing some lectures and tutors for you. And that's me. So again, just wanting you to make sure you know who you're talking to. You actually know how to navigate probably around these courses pretty well. Announcements will be here, and we might have an old announcement which is also replicated within the course and that you'll hear about from us again, so you can read that about how to prepare for some of the labs. Your course info, this is a place that obviously once the course gets underway will have lots of information. You're probably pretty used to this feature. Staff contacts, as you know, this is how you can reach Susan and me. Hopefully in here, these are all the other tutors or lecturers or conjoints who are going to be joining us. So we have a very busy semester, and all of these individuals are practicing therapists, occupational therapists specifically, who will be teaching you. So I think that's just a really rich opportunity for you. Moving down to Module 1, as you can see, we have 2 modules to the course. If you click here, you can get information on how this whole course is going to be laid out, okay? Where the lectures are, where the labs are, when they're going to be, and a lot of information here. Just sort of an overview. If you go back into weeks 1 through 8, each week you'll be able to see what's going on that week. So for instance, in each week you have required readings, recommended readings, any videos that we feel are just recommended for you to use, lab preparation, and when we have them available, we'll upload the lecture notes and the recordings. They'll likely will happen after the course, at least the recording will. We'll try to get you lecture notes ahead of time if possible from our instructors. And if you click back up here into modules week 1 and 2, you can go down the list. If you'll notice, in week 6 is when one of your key assessments is sort of launched. This is when you'll be able to start turning that information in if you had started it already and turn it in. It's not due until here though. Okay? And then there are lots of resources within this little folder that might help you with your assignment. We'd prefer though, because of the nature of this assignment, and you'll hear me say this in the presentation, the nature of the assignment is that what we're going to go through in these weeks in lectures and labs is going to directly inform this assignment. So even though you were given a heads up to kind of keep in mind who you might do this assessment on, what worker you found and what workplace they're in, I think it will behoove you to not try to do the assignment in week 2 ahead of time, because you'll be given so much more information in these weeks to do it even better. Okay? So after your recess that you get in the semester, we come back to Module 2, which is week 9. Again, click here for some more information. You'll notice that there's a very different lab day. There's going to be a virtual lecture from me or a presentation from me at that point. But really, we're only having one lab in the computer labs, and there'll be 4 because we can't have as many people in each class as we can in our regular labs. So again, you can read information here about the course. It's a little bit of the same information in the course outline, but it might be easier to follow in some small chunks. We do definitely, you really must read this course outline. It has a lot of extra details of just the background information on the course, and obviously the policies and procedures and the rules and regulations of things at uni that you want to make sure that you read in there. So going back here, again, same thing. Interestingly, what you'll learn in week 9, you have some readings, but in week 10, 11, and 12, you really don't have any assigned readings, but you do have a different portion of this one assignment due each week, okay? So at this point, you'll see all of the resources for this assignment here and what information is ought to be included in your blog. But basically, that you'll be learning in the lab that we're going to how to actually upload that information or post that information. You'll actually turn in your assignment here. You're going to create a Word document just like you would any other whenever you turned in a paper. You'll submit your paper here, but there will be an online blog where you'll actually post. And the paper that you're going to submit is exactly the same thing that you wrote in the blog with your group, but you'll add basically a title page that says your names and all of that, and if there was any references, you'll add a reference list. But the blog will be posted and submitted. That will make it easier for us for grading as well. This way we can give you a grade online. Without that, it's hard to post your grade. Okay? And we'll talk more about that in week 9 when we meet with you during the lab. Okay? Let's see what else. We are going to offer a discussion board, and one for Module 1 and one for Module 2. And what you'll notice, that will be a place for you to post questions, and I can post answers, and your peers might be able to chime in and post answers there as well. I'm going to be looking at it as often as I can, but not daily necessarily. So sometime on Mondays and Fridays, I will make a posting to your answers. So for instance, if you post some things over the weekend, I'll end up looking at this on Monday and respond to those questions on Monday. Okay? I might post in between, but I want to just be sure that I'm committed to at least those 2 days of making sure that I'm looking at it and can get you feedback within a few days. Okay? And likewise, we'll do the same once we get started for Module 2. You all know how to use the email feature of Blackboard. And I think that is it. Eventually, we'll use the other tools in terms of the blog. And obviously, you know how to get your grades and things like that. So anyway, I hope that helps you get a little more oriented to the course. And I will meet you soon.